Welcome to The Color of Jazz. My name is Donna Whittington, and I just want to say hello to everyone. We've got Soren Reiff on the show, and Soren is going to be with us live here in a couple of minutes. In the meantime, enjoy some of Soren's music. Welcome everyone to The Color of Jazz. I'm Donna Whittington, your hostess, every Sunday, 8 p.m. GMT. And today I have with me Mr. Soren Reiff. And Soren, tell me if I said your
Hey,
name right. Reiff? Right.
yeah, whatever. I'm coming if you're calling, so no problem. Yeah, in Denmark we normally would say Reiff, but Reef
Is
is
Reiff,
great,
is it
so
right?
it's cool.
What is it?
And thank you for asking me to be here. I'm so glad to be here. I really
Awesome.
have been looking forward for this.
I have two, and you and I connected last week doing some testing and things like that, and
Yeah,
I think we finally got it together, huh?
yeah, great. It's great.
So, of course, everyone, welcome Soren to the show. Soren was referred to me by Richard Smith, another guitarist, and he told me, you got to get Soren on the show. So I have Soren. I'm so excited to have you here because you know what? The music is off the hook. Your music is just it's jumping.
Oh.
And so I'm so excited to just get to feature it and just, of course, to hang out with you. So,
Oh, thank you, Donna. Sweet of you, and thank you for Richard for mentioning me. And I truly appreciate that. It's sweet of him as well.
yes.
Cool.
Well, yes, he made a great recommendation. And, of course, great to have you again. So what I want to do, Richard, jeez. Okay, let me back up. Soren.
Yeah.
What I want to do is let's talk about you, of course, and give us some background about you. And then we'll play some
Yeah.
music and we'll go back and forth and, people can ask questions. And I'm going to ask you when we play music to get into the live chat and, chat with us as well. Okay? So tell us about
Cool.
you.
Well, I'm born and raised in a very small village in the middle of Denmark. There was like 15 houses and a church without a tower and an old school and nobody was playing music in that neighborhood. And my big brother bought an electric guitar and I was so jealous. I fell in love. The second I saw it, I fell in love with that. And he turned me into music and learned me a lot about playing guitars. And I think from when I was around 10 years old or something like that, I started going out with when my dad wasn't playing that well, but he could a few chords and singing a little bit something. So when he was going to perform for some friends or my brother was, I always hang with them and played a little blues. And so I was used to go out and play when I was 10 years old or something like that. And but it was first when I was about to start high school, I decided, well, I cannot live without music. And when everybody was talking about, oh, I want to be a dentist or I want to be a lawyer, or I just thought, well, I cannot live without music. So I just continued practicing and did that from early morning till late night. And then after some years, I moved to Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark, and within a couple of years, I started to do a lot of pro sessions and playing with the pro scene in there, and started to doing records and was beginning slightly to do some TV shows, and that developed. So maybe for 10 or 15 years, I think, my main work was to do TV shows. I've been in house band for a lot of different Danish TV shows, and then after that I started being musical director on different TV shows and with my own band and producing music for TV radio commercials, movies, stuff like that. So that's the background, I think.
Wow. Okay. So you've got a varied background and awesome and sticking with the music and now are there other instruments that you play or is it just guitar?
Uh, I'm playing a little keyboard. It's not like you shouldn't hire me for a job playing keys, but I can do it in the studio. And when I'm arranging and producing stuff, I play keyboards and play the little drums when I was younger, and just to get the knowledge of what you're supposed to do. And then I like to program drums and edit drums and stuff like that, and play a little bass and play a little saxophone again just to know the instrument. And I've been very inspired by saxophone players. I'm really been listening to a lot of David Sanborn and Michael Brecker and try to play something like them on my guitar instead. So else I don't think I play any other instrument.
Okay. Wow. So, what you are playing, like you said, the guitar and the drums and things like that, but we shouldn't call you for the saxophone or the keys.
No, I would I would be fired very fast. So.
Of course, I'm kidding. According to your music, you play guitar very well. So, I want to get to the music because, we've got a lot of music to share. So I want to play some music. And for those who you're tuning in, you're just getting tuned in, the very first song that I played from Soren's CD, Miss You, and that was Butter Up Drive. Great song, Soren. Tell us about that.
Well, when I recorded it, and I think I wrote it just one morning. I was playing around when my daughter was sitting in the couch, and I was playing around on the guitar. And then I played this, and I thought, well, it's a little bit like LA flavor. And when I went to LA to record it with some fantastic musicians there, I was inspired by all these funky names. There were some really cool names everywhere I drove. I thought, oh, this looks great, Mulholland Drive and Sunset Boulevard. And from where I come from, it's some very boring names. And the small village I just mentioned for you earlier where I was born is called Budderup in Danish, or Budderup.
Okay.
And then I found out, oh, it could be cool to like bring back some memories and try to combine them. So that's why I call it Budderup Drive, to remind me of Budderup and remind me of my dad and the drive he got for everything he did. So I think that's why.
Nice. For me, it's so cool. It's so cool to hear the stories behind the music. So I'll be asking you a lot about all that. But so,
Great.
Wow, like I said, so much good music. And I will probably, go back and forth between the albums. So we'll talk about them as well. But for the meantime, let's stick with Miss You and let's get started with, hey, how about getting started?
Yeah, cool.
Let's get started with getting started, folks. We're gonna get it started here. So I want to play that. Soren, get in the live stream chat if you can, and Delfer, I want to say hello to Delfer, and big hello to you. He's in the chat as well as Spencer James. Big shout out to you, Spence, as well. And I'm going to be tweeting about, the show and things like that. So get it started. Let's get it going and get in the chat if you can. And let's get this party started. I'll be in Facebook as well. Here we go, folks. Getting started. Enjoy this. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. I'm
Oh,
digging that.
oh, great. Great. Thank you,
Getting
Donna. Thank you.
started from the Miss You CD. Ooh. Tell us about getting tell us about
excuse,
getting started.
excuse me, I didn't hear you. Tell you about.
Getting started, your song?
Oh, well, it's always difficult to find appropriate title for instrumental music, and often I just give them like working titles like Saturday brunch or Friday morning or whatever, so I can remember, oh, that's the mood. And I cannot remember the working title for this one, but when I went to LA to record it, I thought, well, that this would be a good song to start with, and said, well, I have to start somewhere. Let's getting started. So that's why I gave it that title. There's
Okay.
not
All
that
right.
great a story about it.
You
Sorry.
know, okay, so here's the funny thing for me. Of course, when I listen to the music and when I, hear the titles, I'm like, okay, like I said, there's this big elaborate story that goes with it. And yikes, okay. Because, it's kind of mellow. So, I'm like getting started, huh? All right, that's cool. But okay. So I'm going to go with what I'm thinking about getting started, all right? So,
Cool.
but, that's the beauty of music. And of course,
Absolutely.
you get to think what you think, and I get to think what I think, and of course, everyone else. So, all right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, um, but again, everyone, we're talking with Soren. And Soren, were you able to get in the chat? You are. I see you.
Yeah.
I see you.
And always see already see
I
a
see
friend I know, and
a friend,
yeah,
a friend I
Italian
know,
guy.
an Italian
Wow.
guy, right? Hi, Mr.
Is
Italiano. I think I said that right.
how? Yeah.
And of course, Spencer James giving thumbs
Cool.
up. Right on, Spence. Okay, that's my son. So big thumbs up to him, helping me out here, doing my little technical guy. All right. So for your music, off the Miss You CD, tell us tell us about how that whole CD came about for you.
Wow. Actually, yeah. Actually, it was. It's quite a long story, but after I did the Funky Flavors album, I called David Garfield, who I met some years earlier, and asked if he would come and play some gigs with my band for the Copenhagen Jazz Festival. And they said, yeah, cool, no problem, and it could be great. And we talked a little and say, oh, maybe I can bring some guys so you can play with some of my friends. And said, oh, that could be great. And then he brought Will Lee from the Letterman show, and Steve Ferroni, who has played with Eric Clapton and Tom Petty and almost everyone.
Right.
And of course himself and the singer Alex Leatherwood from Santana's band. And we were supposed to play some gigs around Copenhagen at the festival. And then we had a day off. And then I said, hey, what do you want to do? Should we go to Tivoli in Copenhagen? What do you want to see? And then Dave said, oh, we want to play with you. And I said, okay, let's find a studio and I have some tracks that we record. And that's how we started recording the first tracks from the Miss You album. Wow. And then I think we did 4 tunes in Denmark. And then the rest of the tunes I went to LA and tracked over there. And with some other musicians and David as well, and Ricky Lawson and John Pena on bass and Michito Sanchez on percussion. Some fantastic, outstanding musicians.
Nice. Very nice. Wow, you've been playing with some heavy hitters. Awesome.
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling very privileged to experience that.
Yeah, awesome. And of course, I'm very privileged to have you on the show. And again, wow, again.
I'm glad to be here.
Well, thank you. And it's so mutual. And, I just started this show. This is The Color of Jazz, folks. This is the international show. Comes on early for me in the United States. And of course, evening for all of y'all. And Denmark and UK and other countries around the world, Spain and Italy. Um, so this is the Sunday show, and of course I get to showcase musicians from around the world, especially on this show. So again, privileged to have you
Thank
on this show. Yay! And again, big thumbs up to Richard Smith for the suggestion. So
Yeah.
Delfer's in Denmark. Right on, Delfer.
Yeah.
And a big hello to you as well. So, all right, folks. I know you want
Actually,
to go ahead.
Delfer is the guy who took the pictures for the Miss You album.
Oh.
He's a fantastic photographer that I know back from when I went to high school, and then we lost contact, but met again some years ago, and then he took the pictures for the Miss You album. So I truly appreciate that.
You know, Delfer's in the chat, of course, talking about props. And you know what, Delfer, I'm going to show those pictures. And I got to tell you, you do amazing work. You know, the pictures are just, they're amazing, beautiful. And so big ups to you. Big ups. You know, if y'all can see doing the up, this is the universal up sign. Big ups to you, Delfer, on the amazing pictures. So, you know what, Soren, how about Funky Mama?
Yeah. Should I?
Yes.
Well,
tell us about Funky Mama.
Funky Mama. Well, many years ago, I went back and visit my mom and dad. I was sitting in the living room just playing the guitar, and I was like having fun with maybe. Just playing that small riff and having fun. And my mom was in the kitchen, I think. My dad was hanging around. And then maybe an hour later or something like that, my mom was doing laundry and going around in the house, and she was whistling something. I said, "Hey, Mom, what's that? It sounds cool. What's that?" She said, "Oh, that's what you played earlier this day." I thought, well, if my mom was maybe like 75 at that time, and she remembers this and is whistling that, maybe I should track it. And then when David asked, "Hey, shouldn't we go to the studio?" I said, "Oh, I have this riff. Let's do this." And it was quite fun to jam and play like old school funky stuff, right, with Lee on bass. He's playing a great solo. So I truly enjoyed recording it with them.
So and Mom, of course, knows that's her song.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it for her. So
okay,
I think so.
Well, of course, let's give a shout out to Mom and of course Dad as well. Hi, Mom and Dad. So let's play Funky Mama. And cool. I really like this tune. I was jamming to it the other day, and I'm like, okay, I'm so digging your music. So here we go, folks. Let's play Funky Mama for you. And so when we come back after this song, let's tell everyone how they can get your music, okay?
Okay.
And if you would, in the meantime, while the song is playing, go ahead and let's put that in the chat as well. All right?
Okay.
Your website.
Cool. Yeah.
Here we go, folks. Funky Mama. Very, very nice. So,
Thank you.
yeah, I hope folks are, of course, enjoying that. Funky Mama. And awesome. Just an awesome tune. And you're right, very
Great.
funky, very upbeat. And I want to bring you back up. There you are. Did I bring you back up? There you are.
Maybe.
There you are. Okay.
Uh,
Lots of buttons to play around with, folks. And
Absolutely.
sometimes I click on the wrong one. Imagine that. So, alrighty. So digging Funky Mama, as I was saying, and just a lot of your music on the whole Miss You CD. And of course, folks, as you saw on the live chat, and for those of you who will be watching the show later at your leisure, let me tell you where to get Soren's music. And go to sorenreiff.com. Hey, did I say that right?
Yeah.
I did? You sure? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, folks. So let me spell that for you now. www.sorenreiff, as in Frank.com. Go there and, of course, get the music, folks, right? You know, I always talk about the music and how important it is for folks to support musicians, support the artist by, of course, getting their music. And when you get their music, you get it by purchasing it. Don't just get it from someone else. Purchase the music from iTunes, from CD Baby, from wherever. And Soren, what's the best place to get your music?
Well, at least I know that iTunes is working. You can always, you can also order the Amazon or yeah, but iTunes should work worldwide, no matter if it's
Right.
Japan, US, Europe, whatever. It should work.
Awesome. So again, folks, go to www.sorenreiff.com and
Getting a bit of Danish accent there. It's great.
you
Yeah.
know, I am so going to learn some different languages. You know, I think
Great.
I've got someone teaching me Italian, and then
Okay.
I spent some time in Costa Rica, so I gotta pick up the Spanish, and
Ooh.
so maybe I'll learn a little Danish. I don't know, a little, I don't know. So maybe I'll pick up some words here and there. And in fact, Soren, why don't you give a shout out in your native tongue?
Oh, yeah. I would probably say tak til Richard Smith for at introduce mig til, eller præsentere mig for Donna og hendes fantastiske show, og til dem fra Danmark, eller måske i Sverige, som sidder og kigger og lytter med her. Så vil det lyde sådan her, når jeg snakker dansk. Did you get anything?
You know, I heard Richard Smith and I heard Donna.
Yeah, I was just mentioning that I truly appreciate that he was introducing me to you and your show, and I've been seeing a lot of your shows, like the recorded version. So yes. I truly appreciate that I've heard about this. So
awesome.
It's great.
Yay! Woohoo! I don't know if Richard was in the house to hear that, but we'll let him know that you gave a big shout out to him, and I understand
Absolutely.
that hopefully you guys will be doing some shows together or teaching together in the fall.
I think he would be coming to Norway and be around in Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark this fall. So I'm truly looking forward for hanging with him and hopefully playing a tour with him or set up some gigs for him. So it could be fun.
Right on. And of course, you know, it would be fun to have both of you in the house. So,
wow.
You know what? You guys make that work. And hopefully Richard will be in Norway on a Sunday. I think he's probably going to be there for a bit. And hey, let's do a show and we'll have both of you guys on. And you know what?
That could be fun.
That could be real fun, and we'll treat the world to two amazing guitarists. You know, we'll just be on fire and hanging out with you two. It would just be awesome. So I'll mention that to Richard, and you put a bug in his ear as well. So
Absolutely.
maybe he'll be up for that. So that, I think that would be so cool. That would be so cool.
Great.
So, and speaking of, you know, what you guys will be doing. So you do some teaching as well?
Yeah. I started like many years ago when I did a lot of TV shows. I started doing a lot of clinics and workshops and master classes. And then after some time, I found out that every time I was giving private lessons, I thought many of the subjects that people talked about and asked me about was the same, and same challenging to get new inspiration and to be better to move around on your instrument and stuff like that. And then I said, instead of repeating myself again and again and again,
Right.
maybe I should write a book. And then I wrote a book, just said, this is it. And luckily I got a lot of very positive feedback and reviews on that. And well, then I could make one more. The first one was very much about playing solo guitar and how to approach that, even if you're not very experienced, just like almost a beginner. And then some of the reviewers were talking about, wow, I wish we could have a book with that approach, but talking about playing rhythm guitar instead, and in different styles, if you're playing rock, blues, heavy, country, whatever. And since I've been doing a lot of sessions and playing a lot of different styles, I thought, well, let's try. And then I wrote that book, and now I just published my 5th book like a couple of months ago. Oh, I see it. Yeah,
Yes.
that's my 2nd book. I
That's
think.
your second
Yeah,
book?
yeah.
All right. And then how about this one? Here's another book of yours. You see that one?
No.
No, it's the internet. It had to go.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's the latest one.
Okay. Awesome.
And that's almost summing up a lot of the stuff that I talked about in the first about the rhythm guitars, but with the approach of what do you do when you're standing 2, maybe even more guitarists that's supposed to play together, or if you're going into the studio, how you arrange your things and what to consider, not just play this chord or play this chord, but what to consider, how to approach the studio situation and recording situation. So live situation, if you're jamming with people you don't know, or maybe even playing songs you don't know, but how to approach that. So
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. And I don't know if I clicked on another picture. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know if the internet caught up to it, but that's another book of yours.
Yeah, that's the 3rd one.
3rd one. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do we get the books, Soren?
Oh, actually there should be details on my site about it, and I can always write a link here. But there's a minor problem right now, at least for you. It's because they're written in Danish.
Ah.
So you have to maybe go to a small language course before you start playing guitar, but you'll probably fix that.
Well, there you have it.
But I'm working on getting all the books translated, because several people ask me from Australia, America, different countries to where they can get them. So we are working on to get them translated now, because it should be.
Awesome. Okay. Well, for those of you around the world, and of course in Denmark, right? Definitely check out Soren's books, and perhaps, Soren, you'll have them translated one day.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Awesome. So we have something to look forward to, folks. But for those of you in Denmark, of course, definitely check them out. And again, folks, another plug for Soren, his website, www.soren. And you know what? Your last name is just, it's always going to stop me because I want to make sure I'm saying it right. www.
Reiff is cool.
dot Soren Reiff,
Yeah.
.com.
Yeah.
We're going to put that back in the chat, folks. And of course, hey, you're on Facebook, correct?
Absolutely.
So folks can connect with you there as well, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So folks, lots of ways to connect with Soren, of course. As I like to say, lots of roads to him. And definitely check him out on Facebook. Hey, he's on Twitter. I've been tweeting about him as well and tweeting these last few, over the last week about Soren coming on the show. So he's on Twitter. Go and find him there. And of course, find me there as well. And I am Donna SW on Twitter. And check us out. We're tweeting there today. If my son is on his job, he should be tweeting. So, but he's, he's a teenager. So like I said, if he's on his job, he'll be tweeting. Hint, hint, Spencer. Okay. So I want to play another song. And let's play I Can't Stop. So here we go, folks. I Can't Stop. We'll come back and talk about that. And then we'll check out Funky Flavors. Loving that.
Cool. Great thing.
Very, very nice.
Oh, great! Thank you.
You're
I just
welcome.
love David's solo. I can listen to it hundreds of times. I think he's so inspiring to listen to. I really dig his playing.
Yes. Awesome. And again,
Um,
folks, I Can't Stop. And from the Miss You CD. And who again, who's the solo on that?
and that's David Garfield. He has been musical director for George Benson for many years, and also musical director for Natalie Cole for a period. And
Wow.
um, his I had played some really great concerts with him. I think he's so inspiring to play along with, and always going to new places, and he's a really great guy.
Awesome. Awesome. And you've played with some amazing folks. Jimmy Haslip?
Yeah, yeah. I played with Jimmy several occasions when he had been to Scandinavia uh, during the last couple of years, or 3 or 5 years. And then last time he went to Scandinavia, I asked him if he had some time off, because I was preparing my next album, and he had. So together with Gary Nowak, drummer from Chick Corea, Alanis Morissette,
Wow.
Eos Ramazzotti, he has played with everybody as well. Him and Haslip recorded 9 tracks for my next CD. So,
Wow.
and it's fantastic to play with them. They're really outstanding players, and on top of that, they are really great human beings, and it's always a good hang
Right?
to hang with such players and such guys.
Right on.
They're really sweet.
Right on. Right on. So, you know, I want you to tell us about your guitars that you have behind us.
Okay. Um, yeah. My main guitar at the moment is this. It's a Gibson guitar, and I was introduced to it by Paul Jackson Jr. It has been his signature model for a period. And one time I went to LA, and I played some gigs with David Garfield, and one day I were playing a gig, and Paul Jackson Jr. was coming to the gig as well. We were 2 guitar players, and he brought a guitar like this, and I'd never seen it before. I was just, wow, that's fantastic, and it sounded so great. It could go in the rock direction, and it could go in the jazz direction. It could do everything. So I just started hunting it down, and actually I found not just one, but I found 2 on eBay by coincidence. So and this one, the first one was, I got it, and it was really great salesman that was telling me everything about the guitar and how he bought it, and it was sent really safely. And the second one I found, and the guy I bought it from, he didn't know what kind of guitar it was. I said, is it the one you're describing, or is it the one I can see in the picture? He said, it's the one on the picture, but the way he described it was, for me, totally wrong. I said, okay, then I want to buy it. And so I took a chance, and he sent it all the way from Northern America to Denmark, just in a nylon bag. It wasn't wrapped in anything, just a nylon bag, and then it was written my name on it and sent with the mail. And I don't understand it survived,
I
because
was going to say, and it made it.
Yeah,
You, you
it's
must
luck.
have a different postal system than what we have. I'm kidding,
Absolutely.
folks. I'm kidding. We love the postal service here. Yes. Well, awesome. So behind us, or behind you, I should say, You know, tell us about, is that a purple one? I'm drawn to purple. I don't know. Is that purple or am I seeing things or is it black?
Yeah, it is kind of purple. There's two. There's one similar to this, but some purple, and there's a more strat like guitar. And there's an old one I inherited from a Gretsch. I inherited from my brother when he passed away some years ago. And I inherited his guitar, and there's a cello. I'm not playing the cello. I just dig the sound of it, and I
Oh,
think it's a beautiful
it's
instrument,
a
and
beautiful
my
instrument.
daughter loves to play with it, so it's
Nice.
cool.
Nice. So, okay, this is my goofy question about guitars. I don't know anything about guitars. I just know
Oh,
that they sound absolutely amazing, and
mm.
partly because of who's playing them, but I love the guitar. And do you have a name? Do you name any of them?
No, not really.
Is that a girl
No,
thing?
I know. I think I did with one of the first guitars I bought because I was really into BB King and
Right?
Albert King, and I knew they were calling it Lucille, and so I think my first guitar I gave it a name, but actually I cannot remember it. But I think I was so much into it, so I gave it a name.
See? Okay. Awesome. Awesome. And you know what? Delpher has a question in the chat. So Delpher wants to know,
Okay.
so a next album is coming. When?
Oh, yeah. Um, if everything works out and it should be ready this fall.
Ah,
If I'm a bit more relaxed and having a little time off during summer as well, it would maybe just be next spring. But yeah, either late fall or early spring.
okay. Either way, whenever you put it out, will you come back on the Color of Jazz?
Absolutely, I
Oh,
would love it. I would really love it. It
yay.
could be great fun.
Awesome. So,
And I have some video clips from the sessions with Haslip
oh,
and Gary that you could show, and
ah,
yeah.
right on. Would love to do that as well. Yeah. Okay, we got to do that. So, definitely when that new CD comes out, um,
I'll let you know.
yes, let me know because I want to be able to feature it and just play some music and of course to hang out with you again, right?
Oh,
So
great.
would
I
love
would
to do
love to.
that. All right, Funky Flavas, love that CD. Tell us about
Oh,
how
great.
that came around.
Wow. Actually, I've been working on all the TV stuff for a long period, like 15 years, and then I decided maybe it was time to try something other. So I moved to New York for a period, and I lived in New York and wrote a lot of music and produced a lot of tracks over there. And when I returned back to Scandinavia, I wasn't quite sure what I should do. So, and that was when a Danish drummer called Henrik Ingqvist, he asked me if I would play a tour with him, his band, and David Garfield that I mentioned earlier. And that was the first time I met David. And when we did this tour, I thought, wow, this is fun. It's very different from doing all the TV stuff and all the sessions where you're supposed to play exactly within a certain style. And when I played all these jobs with David and played his music, I thought, wow, this is like playground. You're allowed to do everything. And and that made me decide to, well, maybe it was time for me to make my own album. And I'll always dig like hip hop and funky beats, dig that, and always dig jazz chords and the sound of jazz. But I also like playing modern guitar, more fusion
Yes.
rock oriented. So, and then I just mixed it all, tried to mix it all together
Wow. Hey, are you still there? I seen a little blip and I lost you.
Damn. Okay, folks, if you are still hearing me, I don't know if you guys saw that flash, but it was a power surge. Okay. Of course it's still recording. Disconnect. Attempting to reconnect, folks. Let's see if it's coming back.
Dropping a small beat. Small beats.
Testing. Testing. Alright, folks. Had a power surge there.
And of course, Soren is back. Soren, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Power surge.
Excuse me?
I said we just had a power surge.
Oh, cool. Things happen. So.
All right.
But I heard you put on some music, so
I did.
hope everything. Cool.
Okay, so I hope I didn't lose that first part. But let's let some music play, and I'll just check some things out.
Yeah.
Okay. that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love
It's a
that.
long time since I heard that track.
Really?
Yeah, but it's fun.
It is. It's very fun. Excuse me. So who's the vocals?
Oh, that's a female singer called Napia. Uh, she's becoming real big, at least in Scandinavia, but I also think she's coming her way around in the whole world. And I think she's preparing to tour in US as well. I'm not sure, but she's yeah. Last New Year's Eve, I got a mail from her that she was performing on the Wet Square in Moscow. So
Wow.
she's coming her way around.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, folks, again, if you are just joining us, or if you felt the big power surge was, I guess that power surge is kind of equivalent to a small earthquake in LA, little tremor, a little shake there. It did disconnect us, which is very unfortunate because I don't know if I lost the first half. Oh. So if you are, make sure you guys go to your Facebook pages. Let folks know that we're live right now. We're talking to Soren and we're hanging out with him. And tell him to come hang out with us and come chat with us. And
Absolutely.
right? And I just went to Soren's page and posted there as well. And again, big shout out to Soren on Facebook and as well as his website, www.sorenreiff.com. And I think I say it different every time. But all roads lead to him. And you,
it's just like music.
You know,
it's alive. And
it's tomato, potato,
Absolutely.
potato. Anyhow, folks, yes, come hang out with us. And, especially it's live and you can't control the internet. So if we drop, we drop. But I want you guys to all get a chance to experience Soren and hang out with him. This is the format where you get to hang out with your favorite jazz artist and real time, and you get to chat with them. You get to bring your own questions. And, this has been a lot of fun for me. I've had some amazing folks on the show, such as, of course, Soren, Paul Brown, Renaji. So lots of amazing folks have been on the show and are coming back. Richard Smith, one day will come back and we'll have him on the show, as well as Naji. Naji will be back, saxophonist. So lots of folks are coming on and coming back. So definitely tune in every Sunday, 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, and also 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I do 2 shows on Sunday, so you can check them out. Okay, we were talking about the Funky Flavors CD, and just really digging that whole vibe. Soren, that vibe on there, I love it. I love it.
Great, thank you.
So, I love all of your CDs. Miss You and this one. And on this one, what I like what you did with, you've got a lot of vocals on this one. And so I definitely want to play some of the music with the vocals. But I got to ask, on Relaxing, who's singing?
Yeah, that's Michael Roth. He has been musical director for Chaka Khan for many years. And I heard him first time many years ago when Chaka was coming to Denmark. And then he had like 2 or 3 songs where he was featured. Sorry, and I just thought, wow, what an amazing keyboard player, what an amazing singer.
Right.
And then when I was producing the Funky Flavors album, a friend of mine who is a promoter in Scandinavia, he said, hey, Michael Ruff is coming to town. Let me know if you need any bass playing. He can play fantastic bass synth.
Wow.
So I said, well, I recorded all the tracks, so I don't need bass, but it could be fun if you wanted to sing a song. Absolutely. I asked him, and then like 3 or 4 or 5 days later, Michael was in my studio and singing this, and came with his family and
Really?
the store. It was so great.
Awesome.
Nice time.
Well, you know what? We got to play that. I really like that song. And now,
Okay,
did
cool.
you write everything?
Yeah.
Did you write the music?
I wrote this
Was
song
there
when I was staying in Italy for a short period, and I was moved down to a house there, and everybody was, oh, how sorry you're in Italy all alone. I said, it's fantastic. I'm having a great time, enjoying Italian food. I'm writing music all day. I had a great time. Everybody said, no, but you cannot be there alone. I said, it's great. And then I got this idea, okay, of course, if I was here alone and was relaxing, but had a girlfriend that I missed, then it would be terrible. But at the moment, I didn't have a girlfriend at that time, so I was just playing my guitar. But then I thought, if I really missed her, how would it be? And then I wrote this song. So
I love it.
Cool.
I love it. And again with the music, and of course in my mind, I'm always thinking, how the music comes to the artist, and so that's a perfect example. And so folks, I want to play Relaxin' for you, and before I do that, I want to give a big shout out to Juan Manuel from Guadalajara.
Oh yeah.
So Juan is in the chat from Mexico, and welcome Juan, welcome. And we're going to go ahead and get started with Relaxing. I love the words, I love the lyrics, and I just love this song. So folks, I want you to hear what I hear and what I'm excited about. It's called Relaxing, and on the Funky Flavors CD. Enjoy, folks.
House is fine, the view is nice, neighbors, they are quite alright. I'm on my own, sitting here relaxing. Everything is okay. I am here on holiday, and everything is, well, it's very relaxing. But how long can I go on without you by my side? I hate to be without you, it ain't right. Nice food, excellent wine, everything is fine. I'm on my own, just sitting here relaxing. I read some books and magazines, and I watch TV. It's just a screen. I'm all alone, just laying here relaxing. But how long can I go on without you by my side? I hate to be without you, it ain't right. And how long can I go on without you by my side? I hate the thought of sleeping alone tonight. check my email once again. There's one from you telling me that you'll be here 2:15. And that is why I smile without you by my side. Miss you, baby. I hate to be without you. It ain't right. It ain't right. And that is why I smile without you by my side. I know you're gonna be with me tonight.
Nice. Relaxing, folks. And I know y'all was relaxing on that as well. Right?
Great.
You gotta have a chill vibe, and yeah, I like that song, and I like that you put it together, even if there wasn't anyone at that time significant in your life. You kind of captured the moment, and you captured what I'm sure a lot of folks feel, at that time when their significant other isn't around. So kudos to you.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Definitely digging that. And let's talk about some of the females that you have on the CD.
Yeah. Well, there's a Danish soul singer called Rikke Mølgaard, who's singing the other ballad on the Funky Flavors album, and it's also a very mellow song, or mellow. It's very intense song, I think.
Yes.
I wrote it in the same period when I was in Italy. Again, I was sitting in the house and said, "Wow, this is a lovely place, and I'm truly enjoying my music and just being able to sit and write music." And then again, after I wrote Relaxing, I was thinking, but wow, I wish to return to this house later when I got kids. And then again, I sat and imagined how would it be if I was sitting here, waking up, doing breakfast and watching the mountains and everything, waiting for my kids, my daughter to run into the kitchen and something like that. And then I tried to describe that. And I was asked to produce an album for Rikke. When I heard her voice, and I just thought she was, an obvious choice for this song, because I think she's I like her sound, so her tone. And then the other female singer on Funky Flavors album is Nadia, that I mentioned before, a really young singer who's coming up. I just think she released her second album now, I'm not sure. And she's doing really good here in Scandinavia. And I met her on a music camp where I was supposed to teach, and she was coming in the room for sound check, and I said, "Wow, you're sounding fantastic. What are you going to do after this music camp?" She was, "Oh, I think I'm going to sell ice cream at a small shop in Copenhagen and maybe teach, work in a kindergarten," something like that. I said, no, just you have to sing more, and don't you want to come and sing on some songs on my album that I was producing at the time? Oh, she would love to do that. And then everything just started from there. So she's doing good. And we wrote some songs together, like If Anybody Wants to Know, and Move On Closer, some of the first songs on the Funky Flavors album. We wrote some of the lyrics and stuff like that together. So.
Okay. Well, I want to play some more music, and I do want to play Move On Closer. I love her voice. And I don't know if anyone else is hearing it. Soren, are you hearing? It seems like it's getting a little staticky or fuzzy or something. Maybe it's just in my, I'm hoping it's just on my end. And Spencer, give me a sound check. So, in the meantime, I want to play Move On Closer. Beautiful voice. So let's get that rolling. Here you go, folks. Move On Closer.
baby. It's everlasting and it grows. It's the feeling you give that shakes my world. If anybody wants to know the reason why I miss you, baby, my fuel is always running low on my own.
Nice. Very, very nice. I lost Soren on Skype. Skype went down. I'm sure he'll be calling back in. And, but before that, song we just played was If Anybody Wants to Know. And of course before that was Move On Closer from the Funky Flavor CD. And I see Soren is having some issues in Skype and trying to reconnect. So, see if he'll be calling right back. And we'll get him back on the show as well. But I gotta tell you, great CD, Funky Flavors, and of course, SorenReiff.com, www.sorereif.com.
That CD. So, hopefully, you guys will go to Amazon or whatever and get the CD. And having some issues in Skype. So,
playing music while Soren tries to connect. And,
Yeah.
you back.
Yeah. I tried to call you sometimes, so, but, and do you see me as well?
I see you.
Great.
There you are, and I was just getting ready to play Thoughts, and I see
Cool.
you're freezing up just a little bit every time in Skype, so I'll be aware of that, but that's all right.
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
Nope, you're fine. Sometimes Skype does that, and of course, nothing that you and I can do. It's Skype.
No.
Hang on.
Unfortunately.
Yes. So, but what I was saying before when you couldn't hear me, I was saying about Move On Closer. Great song. Great vocals on that. Wow.
Oh, great. Thank you. It was, I think when I wrote that song, I was listening to a lot of Michelle Dinancello and her music.
Yes.
So, and a lot of, just R&B songs. So
Yeah.
that got that inspiration from that. So.
Awesome. Yeah. Michelle Indegocello is phenomenal, folks. If you haven't checked her out, big recommendation from Soren and I.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go and check her out, and just some amazing music that she puts out there. My favorite, of course, is Rush Over, that she did with Marcus Miller. Soren, I don't know if you know that one.
Yeah, that's cool. It's really cool.
She's just off the hook, very sensual. So go to YouTube, and of course, just YouTube Michelle Indegocello, and she's awesome. That's all we got to say about that. Just check her out for yourself.
Absolutely.
So again, with the Funky Flavors, the CD, folks, it is off the hook. I so dig. There's like a spoken word piece in there. Yes?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like that.
Okay, cool, great.
So you know what? We've got to play that, and I also like these little songs. They're like, folks, they're like a minute long, but Italian Thoughts, Russian Thoughts, and I thought there was one more. Thoughts, maybe just Thoughts. We'll have to play that. I have
Thoughts.
Thoughts.
I think Thoughts is quite long, isn't it? But that's with a lot of talking in between, I think, different languages, and so, if I remember right.
Okay, well, you're going to play that because I like Thoughts. And the spoken word, is that you? Is that the song You?
No.
Which song?
it's is it on which track? I'm not sure if it's like thoughts and stuff like that. That's an Italian girl, and yeah, no, I'm not speaking anything of that, I think.
Okay. Well, you know what? We're talking about thoughts, and
Okay.
I'm definitely going to play that because I like that a lot.
Okay, cool,
And
great.
so I'm going to play that, and I'm going to show some pictures that uh, Delphur took. And hey, Delphur, I'm just looking at the chat. I haven't been like following along, but let me know if you're hearing us now. I think we're okay, and I'll check in with Spencer as well. So Delphur, let me know if you're hearing us okay right now. Okay, so folks, let me bring on Thoughts from the Funky Flavors CD. Enjoy this. I absolutely love it. And I'm recommending, excuse me, I am recommending both CDs. So after the show, go and get them. Go to Amazon.com. And folks, I am an advocate of downloading the entire CD. I think you miss out when you pick 1 and 2. Of course, that is your, that's your option. But I'm suggesting this, both CDs, but I'm suggesting that you purchase and download the entire CD, because you don't want to miss out on anything. And of course, because everyone hears music differently. So to experience Soren, you got to get the entire CDs. Here we go, folks. Thoughts. Enjoy.
Я прекрасно знаю это чувство. Что-то делаешь для того, чтобы беречь самого себя? Qu'est-ce le más importante para ti? Qu'est-ce que tu fais pour le garder? Cosa fai per prenderti cura di te stesso? Kämpfst du för jemanden? Kämpar du för någon? Stai lottando per qualcuno? Tu sei Borisha. Är du glad? Tu es content? Tu iras, sei contento. Tu känns du? Är du lycklig? Tu är heureux? Tu joues? Livs du? Stai vivendo?
Very, very nice. And Delphor and I are chatting, and he loves that tune, and so do I. And I, of course, was just saying it's got such a strong vibe, that such a strong vibe on that one.
Oh, okay.
And even though the music's in a different language, it sounds just amazing, and I just dig that song. So
No, great.
yeah, now
Th-
you're a little
Thank you,
closer.
Donna. Thank you.
You're welcome. You are welcome.
I,
And
I think it's talking about languages. I think that's one of the fantastic thing about music, that no matter if I've been going to Malaysia or United States or whatever, it's when you start playing together with people, you forget everything about where you're from,
yes,
where you're at the moment. It's just the music, and you're so present when you're playing. It's fantastic.
yes, absolutely. I so agree with that statement. And and that was the vibe that I wanted for the Color of Jazz. Regardless of the language, it's all about the music. It comes through in all languages. It doesn't have to be translated, whether it's Middle Eastern or tango or jazz or whatever. it doesn't have to, be spelled out for you. The music and the
No.
vibe is, I think, for me, I know it's the vibe that's what gets me going, and that excites me about the music. And I can dance, and I don't know if you hear me sing, and I can dance without the music because I can still hear that vibe, in my head. And it's like, so.
That's great.
So, Soren, one of the things that I wanted to, chat about, and I don't know if we haven't talked about it yet, but upcoming things. What you got coming up for you?
In next month, I'm going to Germany and France to mainly focus on composing new music and writing and arranging stuff for the coming up album. And then after that, hopefully, the plan is that I should play on different jazz festivals around Scandinavia,
Nice.
Sweden, Norway, Copenhagen, Denmark this summer. And then this fall, I hopefully will do some gigs together with Richard Smith. And I don't know if it would just be in Denmark, Sweden, or also in Norway or whatever. But it could be real great to play there as well with him.
Yes.
Hope we can set it up. And then if everything works out right, I should go to Tasmania, Australia,
Nice.
next spring to teach and play a small tour over there. So
Right.
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So
And then the next album should come out either this fall or next spring.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on how busy I am this summer and this spring. So, but yeah, we have to wait and see. So I don't know right at the moment when it will be released, but that's the plan.
Nice. And it sounds like a great plan, and you are going to be just so busy, especially with all your traveling and teaching and gigging and all that. So, of course, we are going to be watching you in Facebook. And again, folks, make sure you go to his Facebook page and check him out there. Send him a friend request. Tell him Donna sent you if you're not on his page.
Absolutely.
Right? And definitely, connect with him there. Soren is on his page, and he stays, current, and he chats with his fans. And speaking of fans, Soren, do you have a Facebook fan page?
Yeah, I have.
Yep. Okay. Might have lost him in Skype. Oh, there you are. Are you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I should be here.
Do you have a Facebook page? I mean, a fan page in Facebook?
Yeah, I'll have, and I'll print the link in a second. So
okay, cool.
So you get that as well.
Awesome. So, folks, of course, you definitely want to Google Soren. You can. Soren, what do you got on YouTube?
I have some. I think I have some clips from some concerts and some TV shows. I know at least there's some of the TV shows with Shaka Khan, and I'm not sure if some of the stuff with David Sanborn and Level 42 is there, but I think you can find some of it on YouTube as well.
Nice. So, folks, yet another place, and as I said, all roads lead to Soren, and definitely you can check him out in Facebook, on his website. He's got a fan page in Facebook. He's on Twitter, and of course YouTube. So there's no excuse for not knowing him and hanging out with him and checking out the music. So lots of different social media ways to connect with him. So make sure you do that. And as he said, he's got some things coming up, lots of traveling coming up. And, we'll have to squeeze him, with all of his travel, we'll have to squeeze him back on the Color of Jazz, whenever he has time, would love to have you back, of course.
Oh, I would love to.
Yes.
I think it's fantastic you're doing this show, and your attitude about presenting musicians and composers and let them tell a little bit about their music instead of just the normal stuff that you will talk about in an interview. I think it's really great, and I think it's really important to have a show like this. So
Oh, thank
I'm
you.
really truly glad and appreciate that you invited me for this. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome. And again, just a huge shout out to Richard Smith for,
Yeah.
recommending you to come on the show. Great recommendation, Richard. Thank you for that. And of course to you, Soren, for coming on the show and hanging out with us, and because your music is amazing and I so dig it. Um, and then of course, folks, the way you hang out with him is, you go to his Facebook page, um, Twitter, you know, you can go to YouTube, go to his website. All internet roads, all social media roads lead to Soren, and so just make sure that you go and check him out somewhere, and do that. Tell him Donna sent you from The Color of Jazz. And folks, let me put a quick plug in for The Color of Jazz. Do go to the Facebook page, The Color of Jazz. Like the page, so you can see who's coming on the show. Today we have Soren, or this evening, depending on where you are in the world. This evening, Soren has been with us, and in the U.S. later on this evening, Rob Tardik from Canada will be joining us, and Steve Hamilton he's also from Denver. I got to hang out with Steve last night, and we hung out with Paul Brown and Darren Ron. And of course, Paul was on the show, and Darren is going to come on the show. So I love this format. I get to hang out with the most amazing musicians, such as Soren, from around the world. And so I am so digging this format as well. Soren, I want to leave out on a song from Miss You, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
What song should we leave out on?
Well, it's up to you, but maybe it would be Natural Will Miss You. I will miss the show when we finish.
You got it.
I wrote the song for, I was touring with a huge Danish act, three singers, and we were touring for like 10 months or something like that. And then while I was doing this tour, my big brother passed away. So for a long time I didn't write music. I just showed up for the gig and played my guitar, but I didn't write music or anything. And then one day, after maybe half a year, something like that, I took up my guitar one evening and looking out in the rain, just feeling really empty, or felt the loneliness. And then within a second I wrote the song Miss You, and it's written for him, so it would be a good shout out also to give him a thought. So
you bet. We're going to send thoughts, absolutely, of course, to the brother that you lost, and of course to you. And I think it is the music that, especially in situations such as loss, where the music just really comes in handy, and for the artist to produce and create in that space. And then of course we listeners, we get to hear your creative genius, and, especially in the different moods that you go through. That's what I love about music. So let's play Miss You, and of course this is for your big brother. And if you don't mind, I'll tag on, and we'll give a shout out to Miss Whitney Houston, who a lot of us are going to absolutely miss. Of course, she leaves us with amazing music and an amazing voice. And so I think that's what we all will remember, about her. And of course, we will miss her as well. So, folks, off of the Miss You CD, the title track, Miss You. And let's enjoy this. Please, please, please support live music, folks. When Soren comes to your town, your country, please check him out. You know, and then, of course, as I always say, go buy the CD from Amazon, have it shipped to you, so when he comes to your town or country, you can get it signed. Okay, that's just me. I'm a little old school like that, but I love to have signed CDs.
Absolutely.
And I love to connect with the artist. So do all that, but do support live jazz and support the artists that make the amazing music. All right, folks. Here we go. Miss You from the Miss You CD. Enjoy.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Nice. That is very nice.
Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you. And, thanks for coming on the show and hanging out with us. And you were such a pleasure. And just to have you, again, a pleasure and an honor to have you on the show. I'm in awe of your music and of you. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Donna. It's really, really, really been a pleasure being here. I'm so glad you invited me. Thank you so much, and
You are so welcome.
wish you all the best with all your coming shows. And I'll see to check in on them in the future, because I think it's really important what you do, and there's something like this. It's really important, really great. So keep up the spirit and the work. It's great.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And of course, you know what? You have a spot whenever you want to come back on the show. You don't have to wait for the new CD. You can come back then too. But, you know what?
So sweet of you, Donna. So sweet.
And really, truly, just know that you always have you always have a home here on The Color of Jazz. And like I
Fantastic.
said, we look forward to having you back as well. So thank you. And we're going to be looking forward to your journey and watching you travel, these different countries that you're going to be in, and what you got coming up in the fall with Richard. And again, really let's hook that up. Let's have two fabulous guitars, in the house. That will be absolutely fun. And of course, you know what? Keep us posted on your CD when you are working on it, and if you're releasing singles, let me know, so I can just be shouting out to you as you go throughout this whole entire year and beyond. So thanks again, Soren. And
thank you, Donna.
You're welcome. I wish Skype wasn't frozen, and that you can say goodbye and wave goodbye, but I'll wave for you. And for everyone who's been in the house, and for those who didn't get in the house or the chat, I should say, thank you. And Delphur, thank you for hanging out with us in the live chat, and for your amazing pictures. And Delphur, feel free to put your website up there. If you do that kind of work for others, feel free to post your website as well. Don't blush. Post your website.
Cool.
And if you post it real quick, I can say it. And so folks watching the archives, they will hear that shout out to you as well. There we go. And
wow.
Okay, it looks like YouTube. Hey, Delphur, can we go to YouTube and put your name in? And can we find you that way? And Juan Manuel, thank you. Thanks for hanging out. Juan is saying, see you later, Donna. Glad to hear your show. See you later, Soren. Thank you. Great music. And Delphur, he just put a link into the chat. Tell you what, Delphur, do this for me. If you would go to the Color of Jazz page and post about your work, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. And of course, it's great meeting you. And Juan, great to have you back in the house. So, yes, behind the scenes video on the Miss You shoot. Okay, awesome. So Delphur, go to the Color of Jazz and post some information about you and what you do. And if it's a YouTube, post that on the Color of Jazz as well. Folks, I have a little bit of room left on my personal Facebook page. I've really kind of left it open to musicians because I want to meet the musicians and get them on the show. But if you send me a personal email letting me know that you watch the show, then I will add you as well. But do go to the Color of Jazz and like the page so that you can see all the artists that are coming on the show here in the upcoming weeks. And of course, when Soren comes back on the show, you'll know that as well. So join us on the Color of Jazz. I am most grateful for everyone for hanging out and doing, getting into the chat and chatting with us on all the shows. So I really appreciate that. And I just want to say good night to everyone, wherever you are in the world, good night. And for those of you who it's just afternoon, good afternoon. And of course, I will see some of you guys back here tonight on the original show, The Color of Jazz. And 8 p.m. tonight, I've got Rob Tardik from Canada on the show, another great guitarist. And of course, Steve Hamilton. We are going to be talking about internet radio and the whole jazz industry. So come and join us for that lively conversation as well. Soren, thanks again. Much love to you.
Thank you.
And looking forward to your upcoming projects and, of course, having you back on the show. And I will be in touch as well. Thanks again.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you.
You're welcome. And everyone else, good night. Hope to see you back in a few hours. And if not, check us out next week. Got Najee coming on, Daryl Evans Jones, and Marion Meadows. So that's all next week. Yes. So thanks, everyone.
Great.
Ciao. Oh, Soren, in your native tongue, say goodbye to us.
Godnat og tak for i dag. Super aften.
Nice.
Og tak, Donna. Du er fantastisk som vært. Super show, du laver.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone.
Yeah. Good night.
Ciao.